Coq Au Vin, cooked in molto, translates from French to English in chicken in wine. The first thing what we're going to be doing is we're going to be steaming and preparing the chicken. Effectively seal the chicken with steam opposed to fat and oil, making it slightly more healthier. Adding it all directly, make sure we get all of the chicken. Nice. Hi guys, Chef Jamie here. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be showing you how we're going to be making Coq Au Vin. The first thing what we're going to be doing is we're going to be steaming and preparing the chicken. Now classically, okay, this recipe, what you do, you require for it to pan fry the actual chicken and then add it inside a casserole dish and then cook it for a long period of time. However, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be steaming the chicken, where what we will do is we will effectively seal the chicken with steam opposed to fat and oil, making it slightly more healthier. Okay, for Coq Au Vin, classically and traditionally, what they use is they use chicken on the bone. What this is going to do is going to help keep everything really moist. The first thing we are going to do is we need to prepare our meat. But what we must do, because we are steaming the chicken, we are going to be removing the skin. Because again, the skin can sometimes get quite rubbery. Quite a good tip is always have a little spare bowl in front of you, so then you can, any excess rubbish or waste, you can just put into there, so then you're not trying to find the trash can. Now, what we are going to be doing is that we're going to be portioning this chicken. So what I'm doing to make a fair portion, if I was just to chop down like so, there'll be quite a small sort of piece. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be chopping it on an angle, and then we're just going to repeat the process with the two remaining leg and thighs. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be dividing it between the deep and the shallow steaming tray. Now, a little bit of a tip for you here is you're going to get your chicken breast on the shallow steaming tray, and then your leg and your thigh on the deep steaming tray. Because classically, the leg and the thigh, they are more forgiving when you cook them. They don't tend to dry out as fast. We're just going to sprinkle some seasoning, generous amount of seasoning, over the top of the both. We're going to attach it to molto and then steam. Okay guys, so look, whilst we are steaming our chicken, what we're going to do is going to be preparing our preparation, or our mise en place. So what I'm going to do initially is, with the mushroom, I'm just going to remove the bottom part of the mushrooms, then I'm going to slice it in half. And again, just a little tip when you're cooking with mushrooms, try not to wash them too strongly in running water, because if you do that, it's going to bruise your mushrooms very, very easily. And you can peel it directly into your waste dish. So again, just be very careful when you're chopping the carrot. Try and always keep it on the top, so it's very sturdy and structured. And then what we're going to do is going to be slicing down like so. All right, we can stack it on top of each other. Then we're going to be cutting it again. Okay, and then we're going to be chopping it into these nice, even cubes. Okay, so the next vegetable that we're going to be peeling is going to be the shallot. What we are going to be doing is we're going to be cutting it into quarters. Remove the top and the tip, and then it should peel nice and easily off. What you can also do, and another top tip, is that you can actually soak it in water as well, just to make it peel really nice and easily. One of the second to last thing that we're going to be chopping is our garlic. So we're just going to remove the really loose outer, and then we're going to give it a big crush. Okay, so then basically what we have here is we have our lovely cloves to actually peel the garlic. The bacon's the last thing we need to chop. What we're going to do is we're going to cut some strips of the bacon, what we call in lardons. Okay guys, just a few seconds left now. As you see, our chicken's steaming beautifully, lots of steam coming in there. You see it's kind of turning from that pinky kind of fleshy color to white color. So remember, at this stage, we're not looking to cook this dish all the way through. We're not looking to completely cook the chicken. What we're looking to do at this stage is just seal the chicken like you would in a pan. We're going to remove the chicken, and then we're just going to put it onto the plate. We're going to remove the lid. So we're gonna simply remove it to one side. Then we're just gonna empty the water from the bowl. Now what we're gonna be doing, if you remember all this beautiful tray of mise en place of preparation, we're gonna be adding it all directly into the mixing bowl. We're gonna remove the lid, and away we go. What we're gonna be doing now after this next stage is we're gonna be adding our remaining ingredients, okay? And then we're gonna be cooking out our wine. Now this is super important actually. We're using a red wine today. You could use a white wine for this recipe. By using a white wine, it'll give you a lot more lighter kind of flavor to your sauce. The most important part at this stage now is to ensure that you cook out the wine before you add your stock and your chicken. Because if you don't, your coq au vin, your finishing sauce, is going to taste very, very sour, and just all you could taste is wine at the end of the actual cooking process. So now is we need to add some ingredients. So a tomato paste, some flour. So your flour is going to ultimately give you the thicken your sauce at the end. Okay, your thyme, some bay leaf, and then our wine. And then cook again. The final part of the actual cooking process. This is where the chicken and the stock goes inside the mixing bowl, and then we slowly cook. We're gonna be adding our chicken legs in first. Now we're doing that because later on, what we are gonna be doing is we're gonna be monitoring the chicken during the cooking process. And then what we might have to do is remove the chicken breast first, okay? Because it cooks a little bit quicker than what the chicken leg does. And we're gonna pour our chicken stock. Remember I mentioned from the first episode that we could actually make the chicken stock from the carcass in Malto. It works great as well. So you're just looking at to barely cover the top of the chicken. We're gonna insert the lid. Okay, then we're gonna be cooking it for around about 45 minutes. Yes, it looks like coq au vin. So make sure we get all of the chicken. And then as you might notice that we're not left with too much liquid, okay? We're gonna insert the lid, remove the measuring cup, and then we're gonna be cooking our sauce for a further 5 minutes. And again, as you see, the sauce is thickened down nicely. Classically, this is quite a loose sort of gravy or a reduction, okay? However, if you want it a little bit more thicker, you can just increase the actual flour content in there. Oh, nice.